Hey, Joe here. Today I'm going to work on getting this shifter installed. I'm going to make it so it kind of looks like it's still a manual transmission. Not because I'm trying to fool anybody. I just don't like the look of a big metal ratchet shifter sticking out of the center console. And I didn't want to leave the factory shifter in there either. So we're going to see if I can make this just look nice and be functional. Here's the Hurst ProMatic 2 shifter I'm going to be using in my race car. It just needs to be mounted to the floor here. It's just sitting there right now. But I just need to get it located where it will be able to ratchet through its full motion and be sturdily mounted to the floor. So I'm going to grab this Sharpie and mark some of these holes. So with the center console temporarily mounted in here, you can see that the stick gets pretty close to the front of the opening there. There's still a gap, there's just not much. But that's where it needs to be when it's in park in order for there to be room for this to swing all the way down to first gear. So now that that's sitting as far forward as it needs to be, I'm going to go ahead and mark those holes. That one front hole is going to be tricky because it's on a crease. But the other should be no problem. I'll drill those out and use my riv nut tool to put some captive nuts in there I can bolt it down to. Alright, I'm just going to get this center console out of the way so I have plenty of room for riv nutting. This gives me plenty of room to get my drill in here too. You all about that tack life? I'm not really sure what that means, but I'm about to use this riv nut tool to install that riv nut that you can see pictured right there into these holes I drilled down here. Something like this or something, I don't know. But I can't video and do it at the same time, so I'll be back. Here's the installed riv nuts. 3 of them anyway. That fourth one that was in a bad spot was just in a bad spot. I may try to put a nut and a bolt on that one, unless these 3 riv nuts here seem plenty sturdy enough. Just getting these tightened up. Alright, there we go. We're sitting here in park. We're real sturdy. You can come up out of park into reverse, into neutral, down into drive, second, first. There we are, all the way down in first. So first gear, second gear, drive. That's good. Alright, I pushed this cable through from the other end. I don't have it hooked to the shifter yet. It looks like it's a little long, but I'm going to start assembling some of the brackets that I got from Morrison Fabrications and see how this is going to fit. Start by bolting this bracket up that holds the cable sheathing. Tighten that up real quick. So this bracket kind of lowers the attachment point for this sheathing right here. The factory one's a little higher, it's bigger, it just doesn't fit this cable that comes with the ProMatic shifter very good. This bracket from Morrison Fabrications does work properly. The other piece from Morrison Fabrications is this, which definitely lowers the attachment point for the cable so that it doesn't interfere with your intercooler piping and things over here. So this thing goes something like this. And yeah, that's how that goes. I'll need to find a nut to put on there. also have this little part here. This is something that you'll need to attach this cable to the Morrison Fabrications bracket right here. And you can see that this has a threaded end right here for this cable to thread into, like that. And then this thing will fit into this hole here, and the cotter pin will hold it in. So I'm going to go ahead and get that installed. Alright, this thing just screws on here. There we go. I'm not sure, this looks like an adjustment point. I'm not sure where it needs to sit. So I'm going to go somewhere around there, halfway-ish. See what we come up with. And I'm going to have to push this cable back for now. I'll have to figure out what to do about all the extra slack when I need to hook up the other end. Alright, with this stuff all moved out of the way, I think I can take this, stick it right in there. This is a good starting point. I'm sure there'll be some adjustment that needs to happen here, but let's start here. And these are going to need some adjustment on them, so let's just do that for now. And that looks like that'll line up. Just need to install this. There we go. Can't forget this cotter pin. If I can find the hole that it goes in. Oh, there it is. Alright, I gotta hook up that into the cable there. It looks like I gotta use a little nut and a bolt to hold this here, and I'm not sure if there's a cotter pin that's gonna go there. Yeah, there's definitely a hole for a cotter pin there. So, let's try to take this cable. This cable's a little long, so it does have some strain on it right now. I'm hoping that I can work that out. It's basically aimed right at the bottom of the car, which I'm not real happy about. I hope that doesn't bind up too bad. I guess we're gonna find out. I think that's about where it's gonna go. Alright, I don't need a cotter pin in there quite yet. I don't think that's gonna come off of there. Or maybe it is. I'll grab a cotter pin. So, if this bag of goodies that comes with the Hurst ProMatic 2 shifter is worth anything, there'll be a cotter pin in here. This is a endless bag of goodies that has everything you could ever need to install a Hurst ProMatic 2 shifter. Except for that bracket you need from Morrison Fabrications. Alright, let's drop this cotter pin in so that this doesn't fall off while I'm testing it out. Well, it feels okay. I'm carefully going through first, second, drive. First, second, third drive? Or does that allow me to go right to neutral? I believe that allows me to go to neutral, reverse, park. That's what we got. So there's park, there's reverse, there's neutral, there's drive, second, first. First, second, drive. Neutral. Reverse, park. That's looking good. We need to check under the hood and see what that looks like. Alright, we're in park. We're going to move to reverse. Neutral. Drive. Second. First. That's it. Now we're first, second, drive, neutral, reverse, park.
Looks good on this end.
Sweet. I ran out of breath. Now let's get this center console installed and see how this all works. Getting these carpeted pieces installed. Get this carpet installed, and that's done. This thing goes in, this dirty thing. Hopefully, I can find a nicer one of these coming up here. Putting a couple screws in, put that boot installed, and the finishing touch. Yeah, considering all the other stuff that's not actually finished right here. Park, reverse, neutral, drive, second, first. Still in first, second, drive, neutral, reverse, park. So before finishing up this shifter installation job, I needed to get some new interior panels from Performance Part Out. They hooked me up with some nice panels right here with a good looking shifter boot. This is going to pretty this installation up a lot better. So let me get these installed, I'll show you, and then we'll be done for today. Alright, so that there looks pretty good. That's exactly what I envisioned, and I'm happy with that. So we're going to be moving on soon to getting some stuff installed where the radio goes, as well as where these HVAC controls go. So we'll be seeing that soon. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Put cheese on it.